Hello and welcome to the SelfCheck Compliance Assessment Tool demo for benefits brokers and advisors. This web-based questionnaire gives you a powerful tool to analyze your client's compliance status with important health and welfare benefits rules. There are a couple things to consider before we take a look at the questionnaire itself. First, the tool is accessed through the purchase of an employer license. One license is good for one employer. It is possible to buy one license at a time, but there are substantial discounts for block buys. The tool has 3 levels of access, and a brokerage firm automatically gets access to all 3 when they sign up. The first level is the user or employer level. This is the level at which your clients will enter the tool and will only be able to see and answer the questions contained in the questionnaire. The second level of access is the broker level. They again gain entry through unique login credentials, but once inside, they can create login credentials for individual employer clients. They can also impersonate the accounts of the clients that they have created. The third level of access is the admin level. The admin can create an unlimited number of broker accounts, and they can distribute the purchased employer licenses across all of the broker accounts that they create. Now let's take a look at the tool itself.
What we're looking at right now is the landing page that your clients will see. And we know that with 67 questions, it's a little bit dense. We're not expecting that someone comes in and sits down and does it all in one sitting. So we automatically check the progress. And I'll just jump into one of the chapters to show you what the actual questionnaire looks like. Disclosures is the biggest chapter with the most questions. So when I go into disclosures, I get my table of contents. So there's disclosure requirements for ERISA, ACA, COBRA, HIPAA. All these different laws have disclosure requirements. And I can jump to any of them here on my table of contents, or I can just start going through the questionnaire. And I go through each individual regulation. So starting with ERISA and the summary plan description. Every question follows the same format. So we give some background information about each requirement. So the summary plan description, what is it? Where can I find the information I need to know if I have it or if I've done it? And then we spell out exactly what the guidelines are around summary plan description. So in this case, there's 3 rules. You have to abide by all 3 rules to be considered in compliance with the summary plan description. And then it's a simple yes, no, I don't know, or does not apply to this question. Do you meet these requirements? This is the list of all of the disclosures required under ERISA. Once you go through and you answer that, then you get to the bottom, you go to continue. And now you're in the next section of the disclosures chapter, the ACA requirements. And these are all of the disclosures required under the ACA. We've also linked to further resources. For example, for the summary plan description, the Government Publishing Office puts online a sample contents of the summary plan description. If you're a broker and you're accessing this tool as a broker, you can set up all of your clients underneath you. So this is your list of clients if you're logged in as a broker. And you have different things you can do for each client. So one of the things you can do is you can deny them access to the report. If you deny them access to the report, when they go to the home page, they'll never see this report tab. They won't know that the report is even something that's automatically generated. And the reason for doing that, it depends on your strategy, of course, but it gives you, as the broker, a chance to see the results before the employer ever does. So right now, I have all the reports denied for my employer clients, but if I click granted, then you'll see they would be able to see the report as they work through the tool. Update, I can update the client information. So I can update name, company name, email address. I can assign them a new password. I can deactivate or activate their account. And I can also impersonate the client. Let's take Ben here. I'm going to impersonate Ben. When I do that, I see my bar turn green and it tells me I'm acting as my client company. Now if I go to my home page, I will see the report as Ben has answered the questions. So I can go through and check his answers. I can also see his report. Even if I've denied it to him, what you get is breakdown for each chapter of the compliance status, the temperature gauge, where you are in and out of compliance with certain things. You'll see these letters over on the right-hand side. These are what we call risk profiles. So for every requirement, we've broken them down into up to 4 risk profiles, which are defined up above. So this way, the employer gets the information, what are they not in compliance with, and it helps give them a little bit of information to start prioritizing. The last thing about the report, you can download it as a spreadsheet, and that's unformatted data dump, but you can also download it as a PDF. And a PDF rehashes the online report in the summary overview section. But what's different about the PDF is we've included at the end the full compliance report. And what the full compliance report does is it lists out the specific requirements for each regulation. And we've included the statutory penalties where applicable. And that's just for reference, again, when they're working through this and trying to figure out how to prioritize what they need to act on. So the last function that I have as a broker that the clients don't have is I have this Preferences tab. And in the Preferences tab, I have the ability to turn on and off certain content. And if I do that, the client will never know that it existed.
Thanks for taking the time to view this demo. Contact our support staff today to make a purchase or to answer any further questions you might have.